Right, can you hear me now? Hello? Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, looks like we're back up. Alright, I apologize for that, guys. I'm going to start again. We've had some issues with sound. Alright, the S&P clocked its seventh consecutive green day on Friday as it once again closed at record levels, posting over a 2.5% gain for the week. As we all know, it was on the back of Bernanke's comments. Also, the first of the major banks reported, that was Wells Fargo and JP Morgan. They cautioned that refinance volumes and margins will come under pressure should primary mortgage rates remain at or above current levels. So we're going to continue watching those rates. US banks have been under pressure lately, so those rates will give us an indication of how they will trade going forward. Asian stocks rose together with gold and other precious metals as the Chinese economy grew in line with analyst forecasts. It was in light volume. I'm not sure if that was because of Japanese markets being on public holiday, or whether it's just because it was a Monday, or because that data was in line and no major surprises. Tencent was at 3.6%, and that was one of the smaller gains of the Internet and Communications Index. The shares advanced after the Chinese government said that the upgrading of Internet and communications infrastructure would be accelerated. All right, the corporate action today, US Citigroup, and the US Citigroup is releasing earnings, expected at $1.18, revenue $19.76 billion. We had downgrades by Moody's of AngloGold to Baa3 from Baa2, outlook to negative from stable, so that's not too good for AngloGold. And Mondi also cut to underperform versus neutral at Bank of America Merrill Lynch. And then Lewis exited today, R3.02. And then what we're looking out for today, we already saw Chinese GDP in line at 7.5%. Chinese industrial production, slight miss at 8.9% versus 9.1%. Chinese retail sales, slight gain, 13.3%. And Empire Manufacturing coming out late out of the US, and advanced retail sales. All right, let's jump into the charts quickly. All right, the first one, let's have a look at MTN. This is one we've been looking at pretty much every day last week, expecting this breakout. This is a weekly chart going back 10 years. We can see this massive range that it broke out of sort of mid 2012. It's been making its way up since and forming a bit of an inverse head and shoulders on the weekly chart. On Friday we had this big weekly close above that 186 neckline, or 185, 186 neckline, indicating, as we have been saying, a target to around 215. I really expect this one to start making its way up there. Obviously, we know it's not going to happen in a straight line, so I would advise looking for pullbacks to buy this one. All right, then we've got a whole bunch of charts here that all have very similar setups. I'm going to go back to a daily chart here. All right, so we zoom in. We had a big pullback in Bidvest, building up a left shoulder, inverse head, and the right shoulder on Friday. It made a move to a new recent high above that right shoulder. Target on this one, 246 to 223 is about 269ish, which will take it up to new highs. Obviously, we are in a volatile market, so it's not expected that it's just going to go straight up there, but the chart is starting to look bullish for a turnaround. And then we'll have a look at Barloworld, very similar, inverse head and shoulders. This one's a little clearer. Big day on Friday, moved up 5%, looks like. I wasn't actually here on Friday, so I didn't see it, but that is a really bullish breakthrough, that neckline. Target on this one, 84.7 to around 74, so that's around $9 from that 84.60 breakout. Still got a little way to go. Let's have a look at Growth Point. All these charts looking very similar. Had a massive pullback. All these property stocks had this big sort of 20% pullback. It's been consolidating. This one's a little more complex. This one hasn't broken up above its right shoulder yet, but we're looking at around 2640, sitting right at 26 at the moment. Move above 2640 could get it going another three or $4 or so. So take that to 29.50. And then this one we've actually shown. It's starting to make its way up. Had a bit of a reversal, forming that right shoulder now, and I would say a move above 68.40 and 68.30 around that area, close above there would be pretty bullish to send it nicely through into the mid 70s. Let's have a quick look at CFR. I think we did show this one on Friday as well. Broke above its breakout point there. We've got a nice wide wedge. We're showing a nice higher target, also into the hundreds. It's had a big move though from the bottom, so I would actually hope that it consolidates a little bit before and has a nice reversal off this breakout point to give us a nice high probability entry on this one. Let's have a quick look at RMH and First Rand looking very similar. Put in this little double bottom there. The setup is giving us a target of around 41, 40 or so. It almost got there on the first attempt. It's been forming a bit of a flag. In the meantime, it's broken up nicely out of that flag on Friday, and I would expect that it's going to continue up to that target. As we know, First Rand is very similar setup, so you can look to buy that one as well. And then the last one I'm going to show is from the US, KB Homes. Okay, no, it's not shot. You can see this one's been forming a big head and shoulders. A little bit of a complex left side, but it broke down, got it approximately halfway to its target, tested its neckline, and it's reversed off there on Friday. So if we continue to get a little bit of weakness out of this one, then the eventual target would be $16, which is approximately a 20% move. So not a bad risk reward. And that's all for today, guys. Good luck.